Grand Rising, greetings, 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 peace, love, harmony, and light. Hey, my brothers and sisters, man, how y'all doing at the rising of the sun? This is Chief Kalinago with another video, man. And listen, my ancestors got me on a roll because, they know that something is happening, all right? Something is happening. And I continuously ask them to use me as a vessel. And I'm going to continue to stand on their shoulders. And I'm going to continue to allow them to use me as a vessel. So with that being said, I want to give thanks to the Great Spirit, give thanks to Mother God, give thanks to my spiritual parents. Yes, definitely give thanks to my ancestors. Thank you for the guidance, the protection, all right, the enlightenment. Thank you for being the umbilical cord that I needed, to receive that truth. And I'm thankful, I honor you. And continue to use me as a vessel because I'm going to continue to stand on your shoulders and tell our truth. I don't care who stand with me. As long as I know that you walk with me and you stand with me, that's all I need. I'm just here to serve my purpose, and I'm going to serve it well. All right? So with that being said, Sakpase, Halito, Osio, Mabrikwa, what the deal is, Shalom, Aloha, Wagwan. Let's get into this, okay? So I got up to use the bathroom. I know it's a little early, so guys, if I stumble on my words, you know me, the passion in me, you know what I mean? That's what it's about, all right? Because it's early. But I got up, used the bathroom, and then boom, decided to check my check my phone, because one of my people's is traveling, and I wanted to check up on them. But anyway, I saw that I had a few Facebook notifications. Okay, I seen that I have a few Facebook notifications, like I said, and so I wanted to check it. But then I have a few inboxes, and I don't have Facebook Messenger on my phone, so I decided to come to my desktop. And I'm listening to this video here. I'm going to share it with y'all. But my people, man, my people, if y'all don't wake up and realize the agenda that's going on, I'm telling you, man, yes, our ancestors, they did what they had to do, and they fell into this trap of deception. All right, yes, our ancestors messed up, man. They did, and there's a lot of wrongs that need to be corrected. Okay, they were trusting. They allowed these people to come into our land, and this is what we are dealing with right now. So I am here to correct that. I am here to put those things back in perspective and let the American Aborigine be the American Aborigine once again. That's my purpose. That's my mission. Okay? So let's listen to this video here, because like I said, I get passionate about these things. So forgive me. And I'm by no means I'm gonna come off disrespectful, but I am gonna speak my mind. All right? Let me share this. Let me share the screen. Because I don't care if I do it alone, man. I'm gonna do what my ancestors brought me here to do. Period. Okay? That's it. Let's listen to this.
In Africa, they didn't teach about the period of enslavement of our people. They forbade us from speaking about it. They would kill people from speaking about that history. So we were not allowed for hundreds of years to speak about what was happening and to teach what was happening. So I didn't even know that the Africans that were here actually came from Africa. Many still believe that the Africans who are here are indigenous to this land because they think, well, every land has black people and white people. I guess those lands have black people, but they're not from Africa. So we have a lot of myth going on that kept the separation alive, but today it's over. Today.
All right, you're absolutely right. Today's over because we're not gonna sit around and allow y'all people to lie to us. Now, she's a king or / queen of the Congo, or a village in the Congo. I don't know, So I'm going to respect that. Okay? You're a king and or queen over there. I respect that. You're not my king, you're not my queen. But with that being said, I'm still not going to be disrespectful. But let's put this in perspective. For hundreds of years, you were not taught that your people were taken as slaves into the Americas. But yet still, y'all was enslaved in Africa. Y'all were enslaved in Africa because you lost your language, okay? Some of y'all lost the language. Some of y'all lost some of the culture, all right? So at least you know that much, all right? Now, granted, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. You telling me for hundreds of years, you didn't know that the enslavement of your people in Africa was taken to America. Now, you came from a royal family. Don't you think your royal family, even if the general consensus didn't know that knowledge, meaning that the regular people, the layman, okay, the common man and woman, even if they didn't have that knowledge, you came from royalty. Normally, the royals, okay, the elites of any society, they always know the truth. So how are you going to tell me you didn't know the truth? I don't buy that. I don't buy that. Because in every society, the royals, the nobles, they know everything. Okay? They know everything. They will keep it from the regular people, but no, they know. So that I don't buy. Secondly, you said for hundreds of years. So what happened when the world became a little more liberal? What happened when the world became a little more transparent? Well, let's not go back too far. Let's not go back too far. Let's just go back in 2010. What happened in 2010 when we didn't hear nothing from y'all? There was no stories we came from y'all. 2011, no stories we came from y'all. 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There was no stories. Where were you at? There was no stories of, oh, they stole our people. We want them back. How is that all of a sudden there's this big push to make we American Aborigines Africans? How come there's this big push that all of a sudden the corporation is unfolding, the corporation is dissolving, and Africans are losing their land in China from Chinese, and all of a sudden y'all want to come here and claim us? Why is that? You see, people are blind. People are blind, but I'm not being fooled with the smoke and mirrors. You see, my ancestors got my eyes open wide. Wide. All of a sudden, y'all want to come and get your children that was taken? We were not taken away from you. Okay? If this story is going to be told in perspective, it's more of a possibility y'all came from us. Okay? Because once again, I know my ancestors didn't put me on no dry, deserted land. People don't realize we have the most fertile land on this planet. A land of lushness and greenness and beautiful waters. Our ancestors gifted that to us. And they have always been jealous of that. You want the truth? The truth of the matter is, you guys are our first enemies. It wasn't the Caucasian man. So stop making the Caucasian man be everybody's enemies. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't trust none of them. Okay? Because everybody have their own agenda. But stop making everybody think it was the pale man that was our first enemy. No, it was y'all Africans. And I'm going to continue to stand and speak the truth. Typical example, go look at Akon. Akon came here and made millions, if not billions. And then he went back to his country to build his country and talking bad about us. They know we ain't them. Why he didn't say, well, you know what, my brothers in Chicago and in the United States and in America, nah. He called us Americans. He separated us from them. Made it quite clear that we are not who we say we are in terms of, well, all the talk and all the hype about all these Americans. He said, no, don't let them fool you. Don't let them fool you. Okay? So how is that all of a sudden all these people coming, now they're sending queens and kings to tell us we're from Africa? Where was all these kings and queens before? Huh? Where they was at? What happened when our people were striving in the early 60s and the early 70s? That was a perfect opportunity because we had all the power. We still had all the power. What happened when we had all the power in the 14 and the 1500s? As a matter of fact, what happened before y'all came here on slave ships? Of course, we know that story was exaggerated. What happened then? Because we were not enslaved, we were still here. So how come y'all didn't reach out to us? Man, listen, save me with that, man. Save me with that. Y'all could fool the common, y'all could fool the fools, but y'all ain't fooling me. I'll tell you that.
It's the day of reckoning. So today is the day where we say no more. Today is the day where I come to you as a ruler in Africa and come to look for my children here. In Africa, we do not have what the concept of a religion per se. We do.
Okay, so here we go. Yes, you're a queen in Africa. Good, perfect, great for you. Like I said, much respect. But we are not your children. We are not your children and we are not your subjects. Okay? We are not your children and we are not your subjects. We ain't Africans. Okay? We ain't buying that. And I could see right through you, man. I could see right through you. My ancestors got me looking at you right now and I'm seeing through you. Okay? We ain't playing that here. You see, all people want to fall for this. We ain't falling. We ain't gonna fall for that. You know what I mean? Nah, at least not me. I don't care if I'm gonna be the only one to stand on this continent and say, this is my home, this is my land. Go ahead and take me out. I'm gonna do that. Okay? I'm gonna do that. But we ain't falling for it. We ain't your children. I rebuttal that. I denounce that. Okay? You may have a few people, yes, that's from here that may have been from the Congo. Hey, it's possible. But the majority of us that was already here, we ain't Africans. Period. Okay?
Do not have religion. The way we live is our religion.
First of all, who you think brought the religion here? Huh? Who you think brought religion to our land? So I agree with you, okay? Religion is something that's institutionalized. Even right here in the Americas, our way of life was our religion. So again, you're not saying anything different than what we knew as a people, all right? That's the truth of the matter. As a matter of fact, y'all became Christianized and y'all became more institutionalized before us. While y'all was Christians, we were still living in nature and had a symbiotic relationship with nature. You feel me? So please, man, let's put these stories in perspective.
The way we behave, the way we respect each other, the way we respect the community, the way we respect nature and what nature provides for us is our so-called religion. Don't forget we are using foreign languages to express ourselves. So those concepts are really not concepts that comes from our own mind and own spirit. Those are foreign inherited concepts. So here we are talking about religion. Religion is about uniting people, religar. But we didn't have to unite people because we were always united from the get-go. Yes, my name is Queen Diambi, but my name in my language would be Diambi, Mukalenga Mukaji Wankashama, Wabena Chiamba, Neba Kwampungu, Neba Kwaluntu. I am queen of the Bakwaluntu people of the Kasai region. And my kingdom, the Dimbelenge kingdom of the Luntu people, used to belong to the Luba, the great Luba Empire. And I'm indeed a female king because Mukalenga Mukaji means female king. I'm also Mukalenga Mukaji Wankashama means I'm female king of the order of the leopards. So I belong to the most ancient mystery school of Africa. Our Congo people, the Konkoi, because Congo is really Konkoi, the tamer of leopards, used to be the one initiating the pharaohs of Egypt.
Now hold up. What you mean? Your people used to be the ones initiating the pharaohs of Egypt. Which Egypt are you talking about? Because the original Egypt is here. The original Egypt is here, okay? And people on the other side came here for the knowledge. So what are they talking about? What are they talking about? Man, y'all could play games with these people that don't know, but I know. Okay? I know. So it depends again which Egypt you're talking about. If you're talking about the mirrored Egypt that was created on the other side, well, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Okay? I don't know, my friend. But if you're talking about the original Egypt was here. And no, we didn't get the knowledge from y'all. Okay? Y'all came and got it from us. Y'all came and got it from us. Okay? Because everybody came to us for that knowledge. So I'm going to debunk that. I'm debunking that.
Who were also initiated into the school of the school of philosophy of the Leopard Society.
Okay, so here we go. Y'all taught the pharaohs, but you trying to tell me that y'all didn't know that your people got taken as slaves and brought into America? Nah. You see, my ancestors are speaking through me right now, and I'm seeing through you right now. I'm going to ask again. You trying to tell me you know the knowledge, okay? You know the knowledge that you know enough to know that your ancestors taught the pharaohs and initiated the pharaohs in Egypt. But yet still you try to tell me that you don't know that your people was taken as slaves and sent to America, but you know y'all taught the pharaohs. Like I said, the elites know everything. The nobles know everything. How come you don't know that much? You know why? Because it never happened. Because we are not Africans. How could you know something that never happened? How could you know something that wasn't talked about in your village because it wasn't a reality? All of a sudden, y'all coming up the woodworks to call us Africans? Come home? No, this is our home because we know the plan y'all got. Chinese taking over Africa, so y'all looking for a new empire. It's not going to happen on our land. No, it's not. Like I said before, I don't mind working with anybody, but y'all going to work with us as who we are. We are American aborigines. Period. I don't care what y'all say about the name America. No, America belongs to us. Okay, that name America was in the constellations. So that belonged to us. It didn't come from no Caucasian man. Okay? What y'all talking about, man?
How long have you been in existence? I've been, the Luba Empire has been in existence since the 15th century. Of course, we are spread all across Africa, especially Southern Africa. We are from the central region of Congo all the way to Zambia. We are also in Tanzania. We are also in Angola. We are also in Namibia and all the way down to South Africa. The Zulu are Luba. The Zulu people are also Luba. They were part of the Luba Empire. So as Queen Mother Afua, who is really my elder and my guide, who has guided me all the way back to her so she can support this work that we are doing together and support my spiritual growth and development. My mission has really been to work with the diaspora, work with our children of extracontinental Africa, as I call you. You are Africa.
No, we're not Africa. You are Africa. Okay? We are not Africa. You are Africa. And as a matter of fact, what is Africa? What is Africa? Before Africa was called Africa, what was it called? Before Africanos. I mean, you here telling us, well, we Africans, but then Africa is, is the name came from a colonizer. I know America didn't come from no colonizer. So first tell me, what is Africa? What is Africa? And before Africa was Africa, what was it? Did you know that it was Libya? Did you know that it was the Canary Island? Did you know it was called Akabulun, whatever it's called? All these different names? Did you know that? And question, those people that you call Africans, at what point did they migrate to Africa? Because Africa was wasted land. Why y'all don't tell the truth? So where did they come from? Where did they come from? Because they weren't always there. But I guarantee you, we have always been here. Okay? We have always been on this landmass from time immemorial. Talking about, oh, well, they say that, you know, it's a lie that so-called or black people was all over the earth. Well, where do you think they was at? Where do you think they was at? Come on, man.
You are just extra continental Africa, because everywhere you've been deported to, you made a life for yourself despite all the difficulties that you had to go through, and you made this land Africa.
No, we didn't make this land Africa. Now I have another question for you. Okay, if we came from Africa and we built this land the way we built it, because we built it, okay, we built this land, we built it. How come Africa is still trying to develop itself? How come Africa is coming here to get jobs to build Africa? How is that? Let me ask you that. You know why things are the way they are here in the Americas? Because the structures have always been here. Even before the inception of those people, the Africans and the Britons and the Irish and the Asians who look like us, even before the inception of them coming here, we had already built this. Okay? We had already built this because we have always been here. So my question to you is this: how come Africa is still trying to build itself? That's my question. Stop with the fairy tales, please. And y'all gotta want people believe in these things. Okay? America is great today because we have always been great. We didn't come here on no slave ships. Okay? It's great because we have always been great. Nobody came here and made us great. We were already great. We didn't make this America. No, we didn't make this Africa. We made America because that's what it has always been.
So every land where the African are is Africa to me. And my job is really to come to you to give you half of your story. Because once you...
No, we don't want half of the story. We want the full story. Okay, because we have been getting half a loaf of bread all our lives. We don't want that no more. We want the full story. And the full story is we ain't Africans. Okay, that's the full story. We know what's happening. Okay, all these governments and all these people, all right, they all come together and they say, you know what, man, these little Indians right there, we got to take their land. That has always been the ploy and the plan. It's not going to happen. We ain't falling for that. No, it's not.
You were deported from the land. You had to struggle and find your way to your own stability here. And
no, we didn't have to struggle, because the further back you go into antiquity, we own all the land. So do you call that struggling? Who taught you these stories? You see, you need to get the whole story and not the half story that you were trying to teach us. Okay? How could we be slaves from Africa when everybody came here was trying to take our land? How is that? How is that the further back everybody here who go into their genealogy, their ancestors own the land? How could the slaves own the land and the masters have to buy the land from the slaves or take the land away from the slaves? I mean, hold up, man. I don't drink coffee, but I think I'm gonna get a shot of coffee, put a little bourbon in there, because, you know, this is ludicrous. I'm gonna ask you again, who taught you that? Do you know that the majority of our people here in the Americas own the land? Do you know that? So how come they were slaves owning the land and the masters had to come buy it back from them? Don't you know that I have natives, the so-called people that think they are the original people? Do you know I have them on tape speaking the truth? Do you know that? Man, y'all playing with the wrong one, man.
To bring forth your liberation, and the fight is still on. and you missed out on the story that was happening to the rest of your family who stayed on the continent. And for many years we were apart. For many centuries we were apart, and they did it purposely so that you think you can never reunite with us, because we were holding some of your story. And
no, the truth of the matter is we were hundreds and hundreds of years and centuries apart. Is because we are not the same people. We are different people. Okay? We are different people. Even when this world was so-called one landmass, we were still here on this side of the world. Y'all didn't know about us. Okay? So what are you talking about? Y'all didn't know about us. We didn't know about y'all. I mean, what is this big push? Everybody want to make us Africans, man. And all people are here falling from that. Huh? You feel me? Come on. Man, I'm an aboriginal of Turtle Island. Yes, we all indigenous to the world. I get that. We are all indigenous to the world. But at the end of the day, just like how every tree is indigenous to a certain part of the world, you have certain animals that are indigenous to certain parts of the world. You even have certain waters, land mass of water that's indigenous to different parts of the world because of the acidity in the soil or the alkaline in the soil. It is only conducive to certain part of the world. You feel me? Certain waters in America will not be the same in Africa because it's a different land mass. So obviously there was life on every part of this world or this earth. You feel me? And she keep going over and over saying again the same thing. It was all scripted. Okay, they set her up to say these things, man. Come on, let's listen.
Same way to us, when our children were taken away from Africa and deported and brought here to this land and to all the lands in the Caribbean and so forth, half of our story was stolen from us because we never knew what happened to you. We never knew where were you and what happened to you. And it's only fairly recently that we are reuniting with this story.
Once again, all this thousands of years ago, you came from royalty, and you know that. You telling me that y'all taught the Egyptians, y'all initiated the Egyptians, but you're trying to tell me that such a horrific story in your lifetime, okay, in your country, you try to tell me as a child of nobility, you telling me you were not taught that? Who do you want to believe that? Me? No. Even the nobles who came here from Ireland and Britain, okay, and Scotland, they themselves know that there were people here before. They're the ones who set up the 13 colonies. They know that. Even they themselves knew that. You trying to tell me you don't know that? Okay. All right.
So as we hold half of your story, you hold half of our story. So we need to get back together, and we need to unify, and we need to reorganize so that we can reconsolidate our identity with all the aspects of our identity, not just the experience that you have lived here, but that experience belongs to Africa.
No, that experience doesn't belong to Africa. It belongs to us. This is our home. The American experience is ours. We created it. We built it. We gave the world rock and roll, jazz, soul, R&B. Okay? Every kind of music, we gave it to the world. The drums don't belong to Africa. The drum is a global thing. Okay? So our experience is ours. Now y'all want to take our experience? That's disrespectful. Come on, man.
Just as much as the experience we live on the continent belongs to you. You need to know what happened there, because what happened there wasn't fun. What happened there wasn't us running around with Tarzan in the jungle, just happy to be and not worrying about what happened to our children. What happened to us that was that we were brutally destroyed because our family were taken away, and whatever was left of us, we were only few left, and where we were enslaved in our own land. So you have to know half of that's your story.
Well, the truth of the matter is yes. Everybody became a victim of enslavement. Okay? But why don't you tell the story about it's your people? It is your people that came here to enslave us. It wasn't the Caucasian man. It wasn't the Caucasian man. Okay? King James wasn't a Caucasian man. King George wasn't a Caucasian man. It was your people that came here to enslave us. Did they teach you that? Did they teach you that? I guess not. You forgot that part.
To know what happened to your relatives who stayed on the continent. So that is the information that you need so we can be back on around the same table so we can get stronger, because we have hard work to do still.
Oh, you're absolutely right. We have a lot of hard work to do, and we need to come to the wrong table. But we come into the wrong table as American Aborigines, okay? With our own identity. We ain't Africans, so we ain't coming to the table as Africans. Now, all your people that truly believe they're Africans, you go ahead and buy tickets for them, okay? Work a deal out with those airlines, and they will come home. But we American Aborigines, the children of Turtle Island, North, South, and Central America, we are staying here to fight for what's ours. Okay? It's ours. And it's going to be restored. Believe that. Nobody's going to take that away from us. We ain't falling for the trick no more. We ain't doing that. Y'all tricked us once, that was our fault. If you trick us twice, no. Y'all tricked us once, it was your fault. But if you trick us twice, that's going to be our fault. We ain't falling for. We're not going to fall into the same mistakes that our ancestors made. Nah, we ain't going to do that. We have different ancestors
ahead of us. So thank you.
Can you talk to us about the condition of the mindset between our African brothers on the continent and us over here? Because it's like this hatred that this white man set up, and he's making it look like y'all don't love us over there. And
Saneter, shut the hell up. The white man is not teaching anything. Okay? The white man is not teaching anything. Listen, man, everything it runs in our DNA. Okay? Our DNA is waking up. Africans were our first enemies. The white man didn't do anything. Okay, y'all put the so-called white man in position to control the narrative, yes, but he didn't teach us that. That is something that's in our DNA naturally, because we know what they did to us. Okay, so Saneter, shut up. And anytime you want to call me out, call me out. Okay, call me out. I will come to your platform. You feel me? I will come to your platform. Because it's time, man. Y'all gotta stop, man. Stop with the BS. Stop making the Caucasian man the scapegoat. Stop doing that. The Caucasian man himself is a victim that was caught, that got caught up in that. He came from the womb of y'all. And what y'all did, y'all cast him away. So now he found a way to get control, and y'all mad. Why y'all mad? Y'all brought him here. The white man is not teaching us to hate Africa. No. Africans don't like us naturally. The Caucasian man didn't teach that. All right? They didn't teach that to us. So stop with the lies, man.
They're making us look like we don't love over there. So can you talk about that? What happened to us on that?
Well, this is still feeding into the spirit of division, and the spirit of division is what makes us weak. And of course, our weakness is somebody else's strength. So when I grew up in Africa, they used to tell us that, the Americans were the evolved Africans because they were evolved and we were the savage ones. They were evolved because they were most like.
But hold up. I thought you said that when you was growing up, you didn't know that Africans were taken and sent to America. Now, all of a sudden, you said when you was growing up, they told you that Americans are evolved Africans. You see what I'm saying? Like I told y'all, my ancestors got me, man. I'm going to decipher and look and peep and pull out all the lies and the misinformation that you're giving right now. Okay? That's why I tell you, my ancestors got me. They got me. You see, somebody sent me that video in an inbox for a reason. You just said earlier that you were not taught for hundreds of years. Okay? You were not taught that children in Africa were taken into America. Now you're saying that when you was growing up, they told you that Americans are evolved Africans and y'all evolved. Which one is it? You didn't know or you knew? Like I said before, if you are noble, you know the truth. It's only the regular people that never know the truth. The truth of the matter is you were not taught that because we are not Africans. And we have always been evolved because we have always been the most advanced, teaching the world, giving the world civilization. That has always been us. So yes, you are right on that point. We have always been the evolved. There is nothing new under the sun. Why you think it's still the way it is today? Y'all come here to improve yourselves. You know why? Because you have always been coming here to improve yourselves. You want to come to the wrong table? Come to the wrong table with the truth. Come to the wrong table with the chief. I am the chief. Come talk to me at the wrong table. Don't give us the fallacies and the lies. This could never move forward unless we as a people come together and speak the truth and allow us to be who we were and who we are and who we are going to be.
The white people, they were more like westernized than we were, and they didn't like us, and we were savage to them, and they would look down upon us. And also the image that we saw on TV was...
So here you go. So the white man called you savages, all right? But guess what? Guess who called us savages? It wasn't the white man that called us savages when they came here in 1493. It was the people like you. It was your people that called us savages. Okay? It was your people that called us savages because we were the Indians in the wilderness. Okay? And we were not Christianized. Who do you think brought Christianity here? It was your people. What is she talking about, man? And when I say your people, I'm talking about, you know, they may not have been your people per se, but they were from Britain. They were from Scotland, Portugal, Spain, Ireland. Now, I don't know if you call them Africans, but they were the ones who came here and called us savages. So what are you talking about? I think you need to get your information correct, my sister.
Very negative. Most African American that we saw, they were, you know, criminals and drug dealers and gangsters or prostitutes when it came for women image, or you had to be really a high level athlete or a high level entertainer, and then you were okay. But the great majority of the Africans here were not, you know, doing well. So they were teaching us not to try to identify with them. So they made it seem to us like it was very dangerous for us to come here and we will never be loved. No will be welcome to from by our brothers here because they were evolved and we were not. The other thing is that if you don't know your history, in Africa, they didn't teach about the period of enslavement of our people. They forbade us from speaking about it. They would kill people from speaking about that.
But what are you talking? You are from royalty. You said that your kingdom go back to such and such. So that means that you were not enslaved. That means you had the opportunity to know the truth. But earlier you said that you didn't know about that. But then again, you said that when you was growing up, they taught you that we are the evolved Africans. So which one is it? You keep being redundant and repeating yourself like this is a script, man. You're an actress. With all due respect, it's a script.
History. So we were not allowed for hundreds of years to speak about what was happening and to teach what was happening. So I didn't even know that the Africans that were here actually came from Africa.
But hold up, you just said you didn't know, but now you're saying that you were prevented from talking about it. Like, which one is it? You keep saying you didn't know, but yet still you would get killed for talking about it. So how could you not know, but at the same time get killed for not talking about it? How can you get killed for talking about something you didn't know? Man, listen, man. You see, people, that's why their books say, those who have ears, let them hear, and eyes, let them see. You see, my ancestors got me listening with the soul, man.
Many still believe that the Africans who are here are indigenous to this land.
That's because we are. Why you keep repeating that? You see, it's a script. It's a script. Many people believe that. Oh, don't many people believe that everybody came from Africa? Why you believe that story? Why do you believe that story? But you can't believe that we were here and we indigenous? Oh, well, many people believe that. Who's this many people? Your people?
Because they think, well, every land has black people and white people. I guess those lands have black people, but they're not from Africa. So we have a lot of myth going on that kept the separation alive. But today it's over. Today it's the day of reckoning. So today is the day where we say no more. Today is the day where I come to you as a ruler in Africa and come to look for my children here, because all of you have Congo blood. No matter what the DNA.
No, we don't have no Congo blood. It doesn't matter what DNA says. No. How are you going to say it doesn't matter what DNA says? Oh, what DNA is over DNA. It doesn't matter what DNA says. We all got Congo blood. Who says who? You probably got more of my blood in you than I got more of your blood in me. What are you talking about?
Let's say all of you are African, because remember, Africans, we didn't have Congo, we didn't have Ghana, we didn't have Nigeria, we didn't have South Africa, we didn't have any of that. All our land was Kama, and all.
You're absolutely right. You didn't have that. You know why? Because nobody was living there. You migrated there. Tell the truth.
All of you came from Kama. All of you came from one land. We didn't have borders.
You're absolutely right. We came from Earth. There was no borders. Now you're speaking the truth. We all came from Earth. Okay? Without the borders. You know who created the borders? It wasn't the Caucasian man, like y'all want everybody to think. It wasn't the so-called white man who created the borders, because guess what? As late as the early 1900s, okay, late 1800s, the so-called white man was still enslaved around the world. Did they teach you that? So it wasn't the white man who created the borders, okay? It was you, people who look just like you. So you're absolutely right. We are from one landmass called Earth, not Africa.
We didn't have frontiers. We didn't have passports where you needed a visa to go see your brothers from another area of Africa. You could freely circulate all throughout the continent, and you could freely circulate your goods and your services all throughout the continent. And we did so. That's what.
Oh, we did the same thing in the Americas too. Oh, they didn't teach you that? We didn't have passports. We didn't have birth certificates. We didn't have social security numbers. We didn't have borders. No, we didn't have that. And we were free to travel our land. You're absolutely right. We had our own as well, okay?
Why you can find Luba people all the way down to South Africa, because it was one Africa. We could move freely all over the continent.
Oh yes, same thing here, my sister. It was one America. We could freely move throughout the entire continent, and we still can, except for now, of course, you know, you got immigration, you know what I'm saying? You got homeland security, you feel me? Preventing us from moving and traveling our own land. Oh yes, so what are you telling us we don't know?
And all these things that they teach us about wars between us and all the tribalism and all that, this is really a very fairly new phenomenon in Africa.
No, it's not.
Phenomenon that's only a few hundred years old.
No, it's not. No, it's not. For centuries and centuries and centuries, thousands of years, they have always been intertribal fighting. So this is nothing new in Africa. This is nothing new in Africa. It started in Africa. All the tribal fighting. Everybody separating, wanted to have their own territories and create their own kingdom and queendoms. Okay? And y'all brought that here. So what are you talking about? It's nothing new.
Not a phenomenon that's indigenous to African understanding of how to live with each other. So we are the peace people. We are the people who know about, compassion and love.
No, maybe you are, yes, to your own understanding, but no, we the Americans are the peace people, the soul children, okay? We are the guardians of the aim of the universe. We are. We are. We were put here for that. You feel me? Y'all brought the war to us. So what are you talking about? Y'all brought the war to us because of envy, because of the landmass that the Great Spirit gave us. Oh, I'm going to put this in perspective.
And peace, and how to live to make community thrive, and also to make community thrive in a way we do not destroy nature, our mother, who is the earth. So we are here to really bond and connect with all the aspects of the African development, because you are just an African.
So hold on. You know what? Go ahead.
An expression of Africa.
No, how could we be an expression of Africa? Then you just say we are all children of the earth. So what are you trying to tell me? The earth is Africa? Huh? That's what you're trying to tell me? Or you going with the narrative that y'all created that everybody came from Africa and spread out towards the spread out into earth. No, that's the narrative you want to give me? Come on, my sister, man. Listen, y'all could fool people who are uneducated. Y'all could fool people that don't know who they are. And that's cool if they want to drink the Kool-Aid. But I ain't drinking no Kool-Aid, man. It's too early for that. You better give me a green smoothie right now. All right?
And you have gained in wisdom, in understanding, in knowledge, and we need you around the table to birth this new Africa that we want to birth. And
no, that's the problem. Y'all always want to use us. Y'all always want to use us. You want to birth this new Africa? Why you want to birth a new Africa? We're not trying to birth a new America. We are America. We are the old, the current, and we'll be the new, because that has always been us. You want to come to the wrong table? When I do this video, I will put my email in the link below the video, and you can reach out to me, and we sit and talk from a queen to a chief. Okay? And let's talk and build as two different people. We are not the same. Okay? We are not the same. We came from a different cloth. We came from a different stock. Just like how no two trees are the same. Okay? Just like how not all animals are the same. Not all trees are the same. So if you want to sit and talk to see how we could do business, how we could do commerce, okay, and do it with a mutual respect, then I'm open for that. But we're not going to sit by and watch you colonize us all over again. Finally, it comes to a point where our people are waking up to learn the truth about ourselves. All of a sudden, here comes the inception of all this African talk. Where was it 10, 15 years ago? You trying to tell me you just learned this last year? Come on, man, stop. Stop.
And it's not just for the benefit of Africa. We come with the knowledge, the know-how, the wisdom, the technology to save the planet. No,
it is for the benefit of Africa. That's what it's always been. It's about your benefit to save the planet. To save the planet. Come on, stop it. If you want to save the planet, well, prevent the Chinese from taking your land, because they're going to pollute it. Work on your situation first. You see, that's the thing. And to me, that's suspect, because you have Chinese right now taking over Africa, and instead you guys stay and worry about fix your home, you want to come into our home and make us Africans. We ain't falling for it, man. We're not.
And to make sure that humans go back in the center of what existence was meant to be.
Let me ask you this. In dealing with the religion, have Christianity made its way to the Congo? And I'm talking about the European Messiah, the European Christ. Is that over there, or do y'all still practice your traditions, your African customs, and your African spirituality?
Christianity came to Africa with the Europeans that came to Africa first in the 15th century.
All right, first of all, when you say Christianity came to Africa with the Europeans, what Europeans are you talking about? Because the original Europeans are dark-skinned people. The original Europeans are so-called black people. So what are you talking about, my sister? Did they teach you that? Once again, King James wasn't a Caucasian. So family, you see how I'm poking the lies, the lies and the misinformation in everything that this sister is saying? Come on, man. Y'all playing with the wrong one.
So we've had the influence of Christianity ever since, and of course that before that of Islam ever before that, even 8th century. We have the Islam really influencing Africa, and Congo, just like a lot of other African countries, nowadays we are heavily influenced by Christianity and of course Muslim, and sometimes it's even a reason for us to fight among each other. So it's yet again another reason for us to be divided, using philosophies that are originally in some ways inspired by African greatness and African philosophy at the core. However, but that was definitely changed and altered to fit the needs of other cultures. Unfortunately, people who want to try practice tradition in Africa are very, very much stigmatized. They disrespected and stigmatized in many ways. However, we are still there. The people who have respect for the elders, for the tradition of our forefathers, for our cultures, we are still very much there. So although we are still being repressed, there is a force that is stronger, and there's a lot of young people, especially young people in the Congo. There is a movement of hundreds of thousands of young people who are reclaiming the ancestral heritage in their spiritual practice. In Africa, we do not have what the concept of a religion per se. We do not have religion. The way we live is our.
What you talking about in Africa? You don't have religion. Africa. Do you see the amount of pastors that's in Africa? Do you see the amount of Christians that's in Africa? No. Now, if you say originally or what's supposed to be natural, I get that. But don't tell me you don't have the concept of religion in Africa. No. Don't tell me that. Nah, man, don't tell me that.
Religion, the way we behave, the way we respect each other, the way we respect the community, the way we respect nature and what nature provides for us is our so-called religion. Don't forget, we are using foreign languages to express ourselves. So those concepts are really not concepts that comes from our own mind and own spirit. Those are foreign inherited concepts. So here we are talking about religion. Religion is about uniting people, religar. But we didn't have to unite people because we were always united from the get-go. So other people that needed uniting maybe used those concepts that they borrowed from Africa, they altered in their own needs, not so much to unite the people, but to dominate people. So here we are now, and it's our responsibility as the elders of the human community to reclaim our...
Oh, the elders of the human community. What are you talking about? Human means monster. So I ain't no monster. So I don't know what you're talking about. Okay? We had our own elders. Okay? You casting spells right now. And I'm rebuttaling every spell in the name of my ancestors. I'm rebuttaling that. I'm denouncing those spells. All right? I'm denouncing those spells. I'm going to stand and give my ancestors the credit and the honor.
Our strength, and to reclaim our space as the elder of the human community, so that we can now.
And I rebuttal that again. You're not the elders of the human community. You're the elders of Africans. We had our own elders. I'm not going to allow you to take that away from my ancestors and my elders. I'm not going to allow you to do that. That's a spell that you are casting, and I rebuke it.
Teach ourselves first so we can grow and gain knowledge of who we are, so we can really do the job we are sent to do on this planet.
I have a question. How yes, today King Queen of the Congo came to visit us, the Global Sacred Village in Brooklyn, New York, and bless all the sisters. And there were two things that she shared with us. One is how she came into her formation. It's from the bloodline. I'd like her to share that because it's an extraordinary moment right there.
Well, yes, my great grandfather King Chiamwata is my direct link to kingship. But my father, when he came turn for my father to take the throne, my father refused it because for my father it was the traditional stuff, the old folk stuff. It wasn't very important. We had to move forward and be as westernized as we could be. So he was not interested in that because he already had been enthroned and crowned by all the Western titles of doctor this and doctor that and great lawyer this and great ambassador this. So all those titles were basically better than the traditional crown that his people was giving him. But because the royal, the crown had to sit on one of his lineage, then the elders investigated and chose me. But while they chose me, I wasn't aware of that. And how I became aware of that is thanks to people like Professor Small and people like Yeyefini Efumbolade, who were my elders here.
Oh yeah, you see, like you see now, you see how all that stuff is strategized. Professor Smalls, right? One of the so-called master teachers that keep teaching us that we Africans. You see what I'm saying? Y'all better wake up and realize, man, the enemies that are amongst us, man. Y'all better pay attention. Pay attention.
Who were the one who held this knowledge precious. They held this knowledge precious. People like Dr. Jeffries, people like Queen Afua, who from lineage of our ancestors who were deported and came here to be put in forced labor camp and to be exploited.
My sister, we were not put in forced labor camps. We own the land. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Man, somebody needs to teach y'all something. That's why I tell you, people like Professor Smalls and them, man, I have no respect for these people. They're not my master teachers because they know the truth, all right? And they're supporting this agenda. That's what they're doing, okay? That's what they're doing. We were not put in no camps, all right? We were not put in no camps. We own the land. We have the indigenous titles, what they call aboriginal titles to the land. Have you ever heard about that?
Still held tight to this tradition, to this philosophy, that one day and pass it on from one hand to the next hand to the peril of their life, because many of them lost their life because they held on to these rituals and these traditions and this wisdom and these sciences. And thank you to these elders from all the way from Cuba coming back to Florida, Miami. I was then taken care of by my elders here on this land to prepare me for me to go back to the Congo and claim that throne of King Queen Diambi, or female King Diambi. So this is why I say to you in there, you have to wake up because Africa needs you.
No, we are waking up because America needs us. Okay, no, Africa needs you. Yes, you're absolutely right. Africa needs us to what? So we could make Africa great, right? While we forget our birthright, huh? People don't realize this is about birthright. And they want us to abandon our birthright to make them great. Because they realize that we are the greatest. And the only way for them to rise again is for them to be a part of us. But instead of coming to the table and say, listen, man, you know what? We know we have our differences. We know we are different people, but we are all facing the same oppression. I know you guys are American Aborigines and we are Africans. How can we come together and work together? They would never do that. They don't want to do that, okay? They want to indoctrinate us. But you see, our ancestors have risen in us. Our DNA is awoken, and we're not going to stand for that. So it's not going to happen, my sister. That unity is not going to happen by you trying to make us Africans. It's not going to happen. This is something that doesn't resonate with our spirit, our soul, okay? You will fool those that don't know and those that are not connected to their ancestors. You will fool them, all right? But the ones that truly know, you're not going to fool us, all right? We are the American Indians. and we will be that. We ain't African.
To help Africa stand back on her feet.
No, you do. That's your job. Why don't you come help us get back what we lost? Why does it always have to be about y'all? Why is that? Why does it always have to be about you coming to take away from us? At what point are y'all going to say, man, listen, we have taken enough from this American people. It is time for us to give them back something. Let's join them and make them great like the people they always been. Why does it always have to be we have to come to your assistance? Man, listen, we are tired of this welfare program, man. We ain't doing it no more. Okay? We ain't doing it no more. We have to fight for our own. And that's what we're going to do. Okay?
Because we have been even more destroyed. Because we have gone to a lot of brutal events, extermination. Congo suffered a 12 million people extermination. And that's after enslavement of our people. So about 4 million, it's estimated that about between 4 and 5 million were already taken during enslavement.
To go where? 4 million to go where? That never happened. That never happened. You didn't know. You didn't know about that. So you're trying to tell me 4 million people was taken from the Congo, but nobody knew about that? Nobody knew about that. What was there? A secret meeting and say, well, hey, you know what? 4 million people was taken. Let's not ever talk about it. How come do you think our elders have no African stories? Because they are not Africans. So what are you talking about?
So when and then another 12 million was exterminated on the ground. So this is really important for you to know that without the work of our elders here in the United States and the ones from all the Caribbeans, from Cuba, from Panama, from all these elders that came on this side, holding that wisdom in their heart and passing it on, I would not be sitting right here in front of you saying that I'm king, queen of the Congo.
And that's good. Congratulations. You know, you found yourself, you found your people, you are the king, queen of the Congo. Great, perfect, beautiful. But we are American aborigines. You're not our king and our queen, with all due respect. Now, people who want to accept you as that, man, more power to them. All right? We got our own battles to fight. And unless your battle is to help us fight our battle, to make us here in America great as who we were, to restore what's ours, then your fight is not our fight, my sister. Your fight is not our fight. So I'm going to have to apologize for that. Your fight is not our fight. We got our own fight. All right? We got our own fight. That's just what it is.
Of the Bakwanuntu people. So this is why you have to listen to your elders here. And you have not to have any complex as to, oh, it's not African enough.
Oh, we have to listen to our elders here? Which ones? The majority of our elders tell us we ain't Africans. That's the ones I'm listening to. Okay? That's the ones I'm listening to. Not the ones that's pushing the agenda.
You are the best representation of what Africa United looks like.
Oh, really? We are the best representation now. We are the greatest people on the planet. Because we have always been. We the Americans. Why don't you speak the truth? Speak the truth.
Because in you, you have everything. You have all the tribes of Africa.
No, because in us, we have the entire universe in us. That's what we have. We are the guardians of the universe.
One individual. All our ancestors got together to create Africa United in you. So Wakanda is no further. Wakanda is you.
Oh, you see, there you go.
Africa, they didn't.
They want, oh, Wakanda. You see, they want to teach y'all this Wakanda stuff, huh? Man, listen, man. Why do you think they give y'all the movies? Y'all think this is a game, huh? Y'all think this is a game because they want to create this Wakanda for y'all to go to get slaughtered. But you know what? I, Chief Kalanago Flying Eagle, I'm going to stay right here in Turtle Island and fight and defend what's mine, my birthright. I'm going to stand and fight on the shoulders of my ancestors. If y'all want to go back to Africa, y'all can go back to Africa, okay? Right now, they're giving free flights, All right, go ahead and talk to the Queen King and tell her y'all want some free flights to come back home. Y'all go ahead. All right, I will stay here and defend the honor of my ancestors. That's all I got to say. Saneter, whenever you're ready to bring me on your platform, bring me on your platform. I'm out. Peace.